Hello, welcome to another live broadcast of Master Investors Company. My pleasure to be here again with another valuable video content that I have for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give us a like if you love what you're seeing and you're learning from it. And also, if you have a question, make sure you drop it down on the comment box. We're going to come back and answer any question for you. So today's blog and video blog is going to be called Why Should I Start a Business If I Wish to Be Rich? Very important because it's almost nearly impossible to become rich if you're just working at a job. So let's head over to our website. If you're on a computer, make sure you go to masterinvestor.education. I invite you to go over there and join our community here at Master Investor. Remember, our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple that provides lucrative passive income opportunities and as much to help you build true wealth. Okay, so here you can find our website and head to our courses and get the first course. Join any of the courses. If you need a live consultation, we'll also offer that to help you jumpstart your business. But we're going to come back to that in a minute. And I just want to talk about today's topic, which is why should I start a business if I want to be rich? There are many reasons why someone should start a business today. And I'm going to talk about 3 of them on this video. But what I want you to take by the end of our live broadcast here today is that, number 1, having a business would allow you to create the freedom that you desire and that you deserve truly, because at the end of the day, we weren't born to be a slave to money. We were born to pursue our passions, live through our purpose, and enjoy the beautiful things that life has to offer. And I always say this, money is just like oxygen and water. At least in this world, we can't go far without neither of those. So if we can focus in building the passive income, which is the third type of income that exists. Remember, we talk about 3 types of income. Earned income, right, is when we have a job, we earn a paycheck, and that is called earned or ordinary income. Majority of people only spend their entire life working for that type of income, which is why they don't live their life at their potential, because they're a slave to a job, they're a slave to money, they're a slave to somebody else's dreams. And usually that does not take you very far, and it does not solve any of your financial problems. What will solve your financial problems is more financial education that you have. So knowledge is the new money, is knowing what type of asset you acquire, knowing things about the asset, knowing things about the law, and money will help you build true wealth. So knowledge is the new money, and more so that we are in the information age today. 1989, that's when we entered the information age. But another reason why we should start a business, and it's critical if you're watching this, to start building a business on the side, and eventually will take over your job if that's what you're doing right now. If you have a job that you depend on to make your money, then you only have one type of income, which is earned income. We're going to focus on helping you build passive income. So passive income will come from a business that you are building, and in exchange that you are providing something valuable to the marketplace, something that many people want. And that's when something that we have is valuable to others, when they want it, and not just one person, but we have many people lining up to buy what we have. Okay, and so the beautiful thing about today's technology is that we can actually access tools and resources for free online, and we can start building our internet digital business using our laptop in a connection to the internet with zero money, really. And so you don't need money to make money, you need the knowledge. And then money will find you, and the clients will come, and so forth. You will understand what to do to bring in sales on autopilot and to start scaling your business. Another reason is that business allows us to have access to passive income at all times, even in the worst economy. So we don't have to be panicking when the economy is crashing. We actually are hopefully providing something that the world needs in moments of economy crashes. So, if, for example, you have a business that cuts people's yards, right? That mows people's yards, and you have, people that go out there and cut neighborhoods and communities' gardens. And so even in the bad economies, the grass will still grow, and people want to have their houses nice and clean, at least that they can keep that going because they have to live in it. So something that always is in high demand. That's what we want to look for, something that people already want to buy. So let's look for a problem that is already existed in the marketplace, and we're going to offer that to them. But I want you to also focus on digital assets, because they can get you to from point A to point B financially very quickly. Okay, so in today's blog, we talk about, if we want to be rich, is it imperative that we move from being an employee or self-employed to the right side of the cash flow circle or quadrant? As we talk about it, there's a circle or there's a quadrant. On the left side, we find employees and the self-employees. On the right side, we have the business owners and the inside investors. On the right side is where we find 10% of people that hold 90% of the world's wealth. On the left side, we find the people, 90% of people that hold only 10% of the wealth. So meaning that if you want to be truly wealthy, you gotta make the move if you are on the left side of the cash flow circle. So there are many ways you can start making a move to the right side. The first one is by building your own business. Once you get incorporated, once you have a company, once you learn the steps to keep your company going year after year, filing an annual report, having maybe a online team that takes care of your taxes, and you start doing tax planning, and you start learning what it takes to really have a successful business, you will understand why it is so important that you start today, because it's going to give you freedom, wealth, and it's going to give you the ability to sell that business if you work hard to make it successful, and build that passive income, the bottom line of the business. Because at the end, we can scale a business. A successful business should be able to scale up, meaning that we don't have to be there, and the business can continue to grow stronger and richer. And that's the whole purpose of building a successful business. Once we have systems working hard for us successfully, and we have put a successful team together, then we can actually scale that business without us having to be in the midst of the transactions of the business for the business to make passive income. That's the whole purpose, so that we can detach ourselves and we can have an asset that produces passive income. And then we can focus on another asset, or we can focus on building that asset even more. And so, a business will buy us real estate from the cash flow, will buy us luxury things that we want, will pay for our bills. So those are reasons why we should start a business, because we're not paying for it, the business is. And so learn how to get rich for free, because if you're not, then you're doing it the wrong way. If you're working hard for money, then you're going to have a hard time becoming wealthy and reaching your dreams. Because if you like nice things, if you want to travel, then you're not going to be able to do it at 70 years old at the same pace that you could right now. Okay, maybe you'll be able to travel and do different things, but it's not going to be the same. So it's never too late to start. So if you an elderly person watching this, then remember, there are many successful stories out there that, they started their business late in their lifetime and they became a million and billion-dollar businesses. So it's all about implementing a system of systems in the marketplace that is in need of something out there. So we're solving a problem. When we build a business, we have to keep in mind what's our mission and what is our vision, and we have to solve a problem. So we're usually looking for problems that we want to solve as an entrepreneur, right? So simply put, until we can make money without working, we will never scale. There are only so many hours you can work in a day, and working too many hours is a quick trip to the grave at worst, or a miserable existence at best. There's a difference in the quality of money made on the left and right side of the cash flow circle as well. Money made as an employee or self-employed is referred to as earned income. You work and you exchange your time and then you get paid a certain amount in a paycheck or salary. It is unfortunately the highest tax income is earned income. Money made as a business owner or an inside investor on the right side of the cash flow circle is referred to as passive income. It is the lowest tax income. Finally, while a person can make good money as an employee or self-employed person, the employees are never truly rich. Even if a doctor makes a lot of money today, they can't depart their practice because it will go broke, and their patients needs them to be present so that the doctor can make the money. So if he has $1 million in the bank account by the end of the year, he can't really spend it because he has to show up the next year to continue to work. So it's all about the freedom that we have. It's not so much the money that we have, it's the freedom that we have and in the passive income that we can access so that we can do the things that we love. And the only way we can access truly passive income is if we control assets under our own companies, okay, that produce passive income, aka cash flow. If we want to be wealthy and rich, we have to move to the right side of the cash flow circle or quadrant. Do this simple exercise. Grab a piece of paper and put a line down the middle from top to bottom. List your income on the left side and your expenses on the right side. Now cover your income column. And if we didn't work, how will we pay for our expenses? For most people, this causes an uptick in heart rate because a lot of times they only depend on a job. So you have to start becoming more creative in finding ways that you can pay for your expenses, your living expenses, without having to work and exchange time for money. Find a asset, something in an operation that you can acquire, that you can build, whether it's a real estate property, whether it's a business online, but start a successful business by becoming truly a person that is seeking a problem out there that you want to solve, and you do so with systems. Okay, so you put systems in place, and today we have artificial intelligence that we can utilize for nearly cheap, for free. And they're available to all of us. So we just need a computer, we need some knowledge, and we need some guidance, right? Business owners and inside investors don't have this problem of being worried about paying for our living expenses because we have a business that produces passive income. So we don't worry about our expenses or if we get more expenses because we know how to pay for them without working. Okay, that's why we spend most of our time focusing on our asset column, to building the asset column with cash flow and assets. We create assets that give us cash flow, passive income month in and month out. When we do it to a point where it covers our expenses, we never have to work a day in our life again. That is truly rich. So it's not necessarily having millions, but it's that, okay, how much does it take for you to live the life that you want? How much money per month, and then build a business, have something that produces that type of amount of money that you need to thrive the way you love to do it, and making sure that you don't work to earn that money, but you are controlling an asset that produces the passive income that will cover for all your living expenses. And then when we have a successful business, and we can scale it, so we can acquire more expenses, because we know, okay, we're going to acquire a Lamborghini, and so it's going to be $4,000 more on top of our living expenses. So now we're going to focus on building an asset that produces $4,000 and more on passive income that we can add into our asset column, so we don't have to pay for that Lamborghini with our own hard-earned money. We're not working at a job to pay for the Lamborghini. We are controlling an asset that will pay for that Lamborghini. So ultimately, the Lamborghini is free. Everything that a truly rich person does becomes free at the end, legally and ethically. Reasons to start a business. Our company loves to speak about starting and building businesses. It is encouraging to see that the spirit of entrepreneurism is growing among people today. But we don't believe that starting a business is just for the young. We believe that we are never too old and we are never too young to build a business. It's true that Bill Gates was very young when he started Microsoft, but Mr. Sanders was 66 when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken, as we know, KFC. Regardless of whether we are old or young, however, it is important to understand why we should build a business. There are three main reasons for building a business rather than simply creating an asset. Number one, providing access to cash flow, right? We talked about it at the beginning of the video. In this book, How to Be Rich by Paul Getty, states that his first rule is that we must be in business for ourselves. He goes on to implying that we will never get rich working for someone else. One of the reasons we started so many businesses was that we have excess cash flow. And the 3 E's of an entrepreneur and inside Master Investor are experience, excess of cash flow, and education. We also had the time because our businesses require minimal effort on our part. Remember to build a business that have systems so we don't have to be present continuously to make money, to have the business make money. So the money and the systems are coming in on autopilot. This allows us to have free time and extra money to keep investing more and more in the assets that are tax-free, because if we are building passive income, the laws in the tax code are on our favor. We actually can be tax-free entities when we do it right, so we can lower our taxes to zero legally. We can pay zero in taxes. That is why we teach to mind your own business. Number two, selling the business. The problem with having a job that pays you earn income is that we cannot sell it, regardless of how hard a person works. For something to be valuable, there must be many more people than myself who want it. Always work to learn the business side of the operation and not to work for earned income. True story. After school, there were no jobs. So a person started his own copy shop, eventually growing his business to 4 locations in bigger downtown office buildings with long-term lease. A major copy chain came to town and made him an offer he couldn't refuse. $750,000, which was a lot of money in those days. He took the money, bought a boat, gave $500,000 to a professional money manager, and sailed around the world. When he returned a year and a half later, the money manager had grown his investments to $900,000. So the man just sailed off again. And number 3, taking a public. This is our idea of becoming what we call the inside master investor. It was building a business and taking a public that made Bill Gates, Henry Ford, Warren Buffett, Ted Turner, and many others very, very wealthy. They were the selling shareholders while others were all buying the shares. They were the insiders while the rest of people were outsiders trying to look in. In the end, building a business is one of the most exciting and rewarding things you can do in life, and it can really pay off. As a business owner, we don't have to be right 51% of the time. We need to be right only once. Building a business is the riskiest road for most people, but if we can survive and keep improving our skills, our potential for wealth is unlimited. If you avoid risk and play it safe on the E, employee, and S side of the cash flow circle, you may be safer, but you will also limit what you can truly earn. Head over to our digital courses and begin with high quality financial education to start and scale a sound business that brings cash flow in any type of economy without you in the midst to create passive income. Get our latest ebook and join our community here at Master Investor. Best investment is in ourselves and in financial education. Over 500 pages of total guide to take anyone to the right side of the cash flow circle. Become a business owner and an inside investor today. Go read this entire ebook and take massive action. You can find it on our blog. Go to our courses, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. Remember which side of the quadrant or the cash flow circle you want to be, on the left side or on the right side. On the right side is where we build true wealth and where we find passive income. On the left side, you're going to work for money. You're going to be a slave to money. You are basically working for somebody else, and you can never truly become rich. There's nothing wrong if you love your job and that's your plan for the rest of your life. But if you want to expand and you want to live life without any limits, then find yourself a mentor, join a community like Master Investor, and start educating yourself financially so that you can build passive income, not just work for money the rest of your life for earned income, but start acquiring passive income, aka cash flow. Okay, and again, this ebook comes with tremendous knowledge and steps that you can take today that will create passive income rapidly using the internet. If you go here to our section, it's $49.99 right now. As we add more things, it might go up because this course is so valuable. It has a personal financial statement that you can also download, as you can see, and it has also a mutual agreement for finder's fees. In other words, as you grow your business, you can also give a mutual agreement to a relationship that you may have in the future, that you will bring clients to that relationship or that business, and you want to have your part of the cake. And a lot of times people don't ask for that at the beginning. So it's very professional and ethical for you to say, okay, I might have people in my network that will want to buy from your services and products. If I send them your way, would I get X, Y, and Z percentage? And once you have an agreement that is beneficial for both parties, then you can give that mutual agreement and both can execute it and you can have it. And so it's going to bring you more passive income, royalties, and it's going to help you build the asset column. Remember, it's all about building our own network. And the personal financial statement is going to also help you understand how to read your own financial situation today and how you can improve it. And you're going to also practice how to read an investment or a business financial statement, because every person, every business, and every investment has a financial statement. Whether a person is poor, middle class, or rich, we all have a financial statement, and it tells the true story behind that person's finances. Okay, I hope this valuable video has been helpful to you. Make sure you drop a comment below, give us a like, bringing you the good and bad news of money. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it below. I'm going to come back and answer those for you. And again, I'll see you on the next live broadcast. Thank you for your time and your business. Welcome to Master Investors community. Bye for now.